But before you shoot, do the can-can.
Well, it's time for the big shoot-off here, the finals, and we've got kind of a ringer into the group, but we also have also ran into the group, huh?
That's right, yes. So we've got a few rifles we're going to be shooting today, and if you've been with us all of 30-06 week, then you've seen we've shot some lever guns. We shot a classic Winchester Model 70, a couple of autoloaders from Benelli and Browning. They were real fun to shoot. And then we got into our bolt actions, budget-friendly, all the way up to some high-tech, high-end ones.
Yeah. So we sort of picked our favorite from each group. We weren't going to have the lever action in because it didn't shoot all that well, but we saw some potential in it. And when I was removing the scope to put it on other rifles, I noticed it wasn't fully tightened. So I thought that may have been contributing. Let's give it another chance. So we're going to run the lever action against the bolt actions. Ooh, there's a competition for you.
There we go.
So stay tuned. Now, we've been giving good luck with these Maven scopes. We really appreciate Maven sending those to us as loaners for this project.
Yeah.
And let's just see if we can't shoot better than we've been shooting.
Yeah, I think so.
We've also got some new ammunition to help with that. So we're going to start off with a 150 grain Swift Sirocco in some old Remington ammunition. I've had this for 15 years, maybe even a little more. And the initial run of the Siroccos were not all that famous for being super accurate.
Yep.
They modified them a little bit, and they've got a lot better on their accuracy. But
okay.
I just want to keep that in mind. They might not give us the best. But I do want to shoot what I consider a really good hunting bullet in the 30-06, which is 150 grain. In this format, this is a bonded bullet with a polymer tip.
Gotcha.
Pretty streamlined, really pretty good option.
Okay.
I've used them in Africa in some 300 Magnums, but I haven't used them in 30-06.
Nice.
I'm about to.
All right. Just so you know exactly what gun this is the Browning BLR 81 Takedown Stainless. It's got kind of a long name, but a lot of different features to it. If you want all the details on the guns we're shooting today, we've done a series of other videos. You'll need to go back and watch that, where we'll give you all the specs and things. Today, it's the shoot off, and then we'll round up all these dozen 30-06 rifles we've been shooting all week.
And as you can tell, I'm eager to get behind the trigger.
I can see. But before you do, let me just be clear and give a big thank you to Maven Optics as our sponsor of this series. They're most gracious in letting us borrow these, and they've been supporting Ron Spomer Outdoors and Outdoor Empire. Thank you very much. Now we move on to the real show.
The real show!
Where Ron does the can-can.
Okay.
We're going to the 100-yarder. Yes, I better adjust.
We are at 100 yards. Looks like we have a fresh target. I am aiming at the upper left red circle, and I'm holding at the bottom of the circle because I can more precisely see my little tiny precision aiming dot on my reticle. Felt good.
Okay.
2,911 feet per second.
Not bad. About an inch low into the left of the first. All right.
About an inch and a quarter, inch and a half. Sound about right?
Not too bad. I think that's better than what we saw it shooting the first day when we felt like things were a little off. So.
And for a lever action that doesn't have a floated barrel, you've got a barrel band on it and everything. Yeah. I mean, I think that's more than acceptable accuracy. If you can get that size group at 100 yards, you're good out to 400 yards, really, on a 10-inch target, which is kind of the vital zone of a deer.
Yep.
So I think there's a lot to recommend modern lever action like this, where you're shooting your 30-06, obviously. Okay. So I think you did pretty good. Should we try some heavier loads in it?
We should. Do you want to get the chronograph data, or are we just going to let that slide by?
Let's get it.
We got it. May as well take it
We
down.
missed a bunch of it on the other times.
We're clear. Gun's clear, right?
150 grain Sirocco bullet. High velocity was?
High was 29.11. Low was 28.18. Average of 28.57.
Yeah, let's burn some ammo here.
Let's do it.
I mean, it's so cheap and abundant. You find it everywhere. This is 165 grain boat tail spire point. This is the old Interlock, if I remember. This is more old ammunition from way back in the day. But I usually have pretty good luck with this Hornady bullet. I shot a lot of game with these in my younger years. It's not the sleekest high BC bullet by today's standards, but boy, it sure is a performer. And out to 300 yards hunting, I wouldn't have any problems with it. All right, we're just moving over one to the right. And we're right underneath it. Felt good.
Okay.
Now this is a 7. Did we say this had a 7-pound trigger pull?
I think that's what we measured it.
I think that
something
was
like
it.
that.
And there's a bit of creep in it.
That was about 1.25 inches low and to the right of the first.
All right, we're not getting any award-winning accuracy here. But again, we're good for hunting accuracy. We're good.
Not too shabby.
Yeah, a little triangle there.
Didn't make our group any larger anyway.
No, not much. Okay.
Okay.
Now we've got a couple of options for our last try. One is Norma, which I'd kind of like to use because it's a little different. The other is another Hornady load just with a heavier bullet, a 180. And I'm kind of tempted to go with a 180 because some rifles like a much heavier bullet, some like the lighter ones, and from a 165 to a 170, not that much, but I'd like to try that Norma. Well, I guess we'll go with the 180.
If you're tempted, go with the temptation, right?
Think so?
Is that what you do in life, or?
All right.
No? Okay. Do you want to get these velocities? You want to know them?
Yeah, let's get those velocities.
That gun's clear. 27.83 for your high, 27.26 for your low, 27.64 for your average.
27.64 with a 165 grain bullet from Hornady. Dead deer. All right. The team thinks we should shoot a 180. That means Team Betsy. She's the dominant team member here. By the way, the ammunition was graciously provided by these manufacturers. And we certainly appreciate that because I would hate to buy all this ammo and shoot it up like this. I would just shoot a 3-shot group and say, let's go hunting. We're going to continue our march across to the right.
Okay.
Concentrating on that heavy trigger. It's manageable.
Ooh.
Felt good. Looks good.
Looks good.
Getting pretty close. Gusty wind now. Nice.
Hey.
That's an inch group.
I think you got it. Yeah.
Heavy bullet was the ticket. Browning BLR. This would be a fun rifle. For that combination hunt we often get in the West where you're hunting in open country, but you're also probably going to slip into the woods.
Okay.
I mean, that's real common with elk. You break over the top and you're looking south, so you got a south-facing slope and it's wide open. I call it chucker habitat in a lot of places.
Yeah, sure.
It's open country, and then you're going to see an elk at 300 yards and wish you could reach him. This would surely do it.
Very nice.
With that kind of performance, this thing is worth considering. Anybody who loves a lever action and the quick woods response that you get, and then the ability to shoot a little finer further out.
Very nice. And good call, Betsy, on the 180s.
Yeah.
All right, that gun's clear. Let's note our velocities down and carry on. All
right, I'm going to set this one up, bring the next one in. All right, what do we got for our 180 grain Hornady?
Our high was 27.15. Low was 26.88. Average of 27.02.
So I think we could say that's a 2,700 foot per second load. And one thing about the 30-06, I think most people know, but if you don't, they're not loaded to peak pressures. They got to fit in a lot of older rifles going clear back to 1906, and there's a lot of lever actions and auto-loading rifles and different things. And if you're shooting a bolt action rifle like we'll be doing next, and you've really got strength and stuff in it, those things are geared up to shoot the modern loads at 65,000 PSI. And even the factory specs on the 30-06 aren't that high. I think they're 60,000. But the 270 you can shoot, which is the same case, you can shoot that at 65,000.
Yeah.
But if you're a hand loader, you can pick up some velocity here. If you do it right, pay attention to the rules and all, you can really step this thing up there.
Nice.
All right. Okay. So now we're going to be shooting a Savage.
Savage with your lighter
This
loads.
one showed a lot of potential. Didn't get as great a groups as we thought it should, given its its weight of the barrel. This is a target style barrel, heavy, thick, and it looks like it should shoot like a house of fire, but we were at best getting a 1-inch group was the best we got?
No, this one, the best group on this guy, it did get a 1/2-inch group.
It did get one.
But then it had a couple that were less impressive. I think our average was around 1.3 inches or something like that. We have to look it up. But it was, but of the ones we did, it was all right. So
it shows some potential.
Yeah, and for a budget-friendly rifle, not too bad.
What was a budget-friendly part? How much?
I believe this one list price is around $600, $630 or something like that.
Yeah, if I knew how to get that magazine out of there, I would. Oh, I just have to push harder. You know, it gets really interesting. All these rifles that we've been testing have different ways of releasing the magazines. And when you're working with 12 different ones, gets a little confusing sometimes. There we go. I think we're ready. Take that parallax out to 100 yards. Let's double check it. Yeah, I might be still seeing a little bit. I better lock that down and give it a hard look. I want to cheat this thing any. Yeah, I've got to tweak that parallax. The number is not matching up. There we go. All right, folks. Mr. Savage going to work with a 150 grain Swift Sirocco bullet. Let's go. We got that one marked up all across the top. So I will go for the bottom row now, okay?
Okay.
Bottom of the left bottom row. Whew, right there. Right there.
Yep.
Oh, we need our 2 more right there. Oh.
Hey.
Where'd it go?
That's definitely under an inch. You see
it's
it?
inside of an inch, yeah.
Yep.
Just caught up into the red.
That one wasn't quite as sexy. It went off to the right a bit.
So I think we opened up to a little more than an inch.
Yeah, probably 1.25 inches or so.
Yeah, Mr. Savage. You're not living up to your reputation here. You know, let's take some numbers down.
Okay, yeah, I'll check that.
Savage 150 Sirocco.
Yeah, 29.30 as a high, 28.30 as a low, 28.96 average.
Yeah, I expect 150 grainers to be going around 2,900 feet per second out of factory loads. More like 3,000 to 3,100 out of my hand loads. Okay.
All right.
165 grain. Hornady. Hornady.
Is that what you just shot? We're moving on to the...
Didn't we just shoot the 150s?
Oh, no, you got me wondering.
Huh?
Was that the... Yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah, that's the first group, wasn't it?
That's the first bunch we've shot with this
one. Yep. Glad you're here, Ron.
Well, that's what I'm here for, you know. When you got a mind like a steel trap like mine, nothing gets past me. Just don't ask me what I had for breakfast. Come on, magazine, show me how to do it. I am just getting miffed by this thing. Ah, there it is. No, where the heck is that? Ah, you just have to give it a click snap. Oh, shot a little over an inch probably.
Yeah, it was all right.
Not gonna win any awards. No blue ribbons. Which kind of surprises me. Most Savages are under a MOA. Then you get with this heavy barrel, you'd think, wow. Okay, boys and girls. Next circle over. Right there. Boy, you could shoot the 150s and the 165s interchangeably here. Oh, no. Did that go way down there to the right?
I think so. I don't see a hole on the paper, and I can't see off the paper. Oh, yeah, now I got it. Yep, it is. It's right in the Made in the USA.
That's about 1.5 inches away, isn't it?
Yep, I see it there.
Well, that's not going to win any prizes either. Come on, Savage.
Whew.
Yeah, it's a triangle, but it's a wide triangle. Doesn't like that weight bullet.
Yeah, that was a 2 1/4 group or so.
Looks like we're going pretty fast though. It's reading is 28.92. 165 grain bullet. That's pretty nice.
28.92 for your high, 28.61 low, 28.77 average.
Pretty consistent for all the good it did on the target. 180s. Let's see if this one also likes the 180s. Guess we're moving over one more.
All right. You're right on the red.
Oh, right where I was holding. I don't think I'm a 1/4 inch from where I was aiming on that one. Just need to put 2 more right in there.
All right. That's about an inch spread right there. See if we can. We haven't had the whole 3rd time's a charm pattern going this week.
No, it's
so
been more like the 3rd time's the darn
yeah,
instead of the charm.
Let's see what this one does.
This is going to be right in between the two. I think it's there, isn't it? Yeah, I think I put it in one of the other holes.
Well, either that or you're off paper, so let's hope for that. In which case, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I think that one on the left has got a little oblong shape.
Hey, we might have a contender.
Woohoo!
For an MOA group. All right.
Liking the heavy bullets?
We're open. All right.
We're open.
So high is 28.30. Uh-oh. Low is 28.30. I suspect we might have some sun interference again. And our average is 28.30. Wow, that is a consistent bullet, is it not?
Consistent load, baby. Yeah, it missed a few. We better put our sunshades on.
Yeah,
now.
I just wondered.
Yep, that sun's hitting on there. Now, I'm going to tell you what I don't like about this rifle. And it's really silly. It doesn't have to be here, but a lot of people like it. What I wanted to say, that little thing I just discovered I didn't like, is that sometimes I rasp my palm on that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they've got it checkered on the bolt, and that's supposed to obviously give you a little more grip. But I like to roll my hand around a nice round knob, and I roll it over the top of that, and it's like run it over a file.
That's a bonus feature. It exfoliates the palm.
Exfoliation feature.
Yeah, didn't you see that in the footnotes of the data sheet?
Find me another rifle.
By the way, this is the Savage 110 Trail Hunter. That's the specific model we're shooting. All right, let's get another.
Personally, I don't hunt trails, but I could see somebody wanting to shoot a trail. They need a trail hunter.
That's all I shoot. I only shoot trails. I haven't managed to miss the deer above it. This is the Howa model 1500.
How are you doing?
With a stocky stock on it, a carbon fiber stock. That's what we're shooting.
Appropriately named stock for stocky. Stocky is the right name for a stocky producer.
So it's a budget-friendly rifle, action and all, and then they got an upgraded stock on it. So it's kind of interesting.
And a hybrid.
See how it shoots.
See how it shoots.
Maybe we can do a little better than the other day.
I think the Beatles had a song about that. See how it shoots.
I'm rooting for you.
How the rifle.
You know, that's something I discovered about you this week, Ron.
What's that?
You sing a lot, especially between shots. If only these guys knew. I mean,
well, it's probably better that they don't.
All these artists, maybe, but
I frightened away several thousand subscribers by singing. Oh,
you're not bad at all.
Can't help myself. Okay, I think we're looking at the big circle in the middle, and we are going to aim for the bottom of it again. Nice. Looks like it went way high. Yeah,
so you were shooting at the bottom of the middle target?
Yes.
Okay, and you almost hit the group from earlier.
Yes, I did see that. Okay, 4 shots in that group now. I wonder if we should change the sights down, lower them down, and shoot again. I think we better do that.
Your call.
What does it look, 3 inches high?
If you were aiming at the bottom of that circle, then it was 1, 2, 3, 4 inches high.
Okay. And a little bit to the left, was I?
Yeah, about an inch to the left.
And it come back right 1 memo away.
I took a mental note that one hole isn't from that first group.
Yeah, this should get us closer to the center. Okay, so we're gonna ride one more. put one more in, and this was, what am I shooting here? I'm shooting the 150s now, right? Man, I get lost.
Did you say 150s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just got started with this one. I've been shooting too much. I'm getting punch drunk. You know, I figured out in this project we've shot, oh my gosh, how did I think we were shooting? Just one day I thought we shot 40 some.
Oh boy, Bob, you went way low that time.
Way low?
You're on the lower right target, my friend.
What?
So maybe you were on before and it just shot high, and this one's, yeah, this time you shot.
You've seen a fly on there. I'm on the left target.
I guess if you're shooting at the bottom of the center target, right?
Yes, left target, big center circle, aiming at the very bottom of it. I'm in that red.
And you're in the red on the lower right circle of that left target.
Wow,
so
how did I get that low? Now I got to dial back up again.
that went down 1, 2. Well, you know, it just shot right. You know, it's only low 1.5 inches or so, but it's right 2.5 inches.
Huh.
But you know, the first one was left 1 inch. So
I got to come back left. How many?
If you want to try to square it up on that, it's 2.5. But you know, the first shot was 1 inch left. So
we're going to run out of ammo before we get this job done.
Make of it what you will.
Oh, man. Did we grab the wrong rifle? Am I shooting a 6.5 Creedmoor here?
Well, I do remember the first round we did have, it shot okay. It wasn't, I think it had 1 or 2 good groups and at least one that wasn't.
Well, it's
great,
nothing this crazy. This is simply, all right, same hold again.
Okay, there you're on the red of the right target. You're 1 inch left and 1 inch low of center. Just
see roughly. If I can get any consistency now.
Of the center, yeah, so it actually did a little high, a little left. Ooh.
Same hole.
That one was consistent. That one's almost touching.
Touching, almost. This is good. This is good. Come on, little rifle. Show us your stuff.
Yep, that one shot it high. That blew it up a little bit.
Jumped
That's an 1.5 inch group.
In that quarter. Darn it. Come on, consistency, consistency.
That's not been our MO this week, huh?
No. A couple of 1/2 inch groups is all we've managed thus far, huh? Yeah, what do you say on
We had a few extra shots in there, but we'll still get our high-low average. A high of 29.43, a low of 28.55, average of 28.81.
Pretty good, pretty good. Let's try 165 grain Hornady boat tail spire point. You know what? I'm going to catch it from my 308 lover friends and fans, some of whom have been telling me the 30-06 cannot shoot as well as the 308. And when they watch the 308 show and then this one, I'm afraid they're right.
They're gonna love it. They're gonna eat you alive like those mosquitoes we had the other night.
I'm going to aim at the same central bull, but I'm going to aim at the right edge of it, right on the crossbar.
Okay.
Plenty of room on that page for a group to land right there. Went high.
Yes.
Keep track of that. Right there with
that's close to it, though. Hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
That's a respectable group.
Yeah.
That may even be MOA right there.
See? These rifles like heavy bullets.
Okay, we're going to check the...
Rifle's clear.
The velocities. A high of 27.83. Low is 27.37. Average 27.67.
Well, that was better.
Yes. And that was the 165 grains, right?
165, yep.
Okay.
To me, the 165 is the optimum bullet in the 30-06. Not too heavy, not too light. Just about the right size for most game.
Okay.
You sort of maximize your combination of velocity and energy down target and bullet weight, and just, I don't know, it's just a balanced everything. I don't think the 308 quite matches it. It would be better with a 160 or a 158 or something, or a lot of places will make a 155 grain bullet for the 308, which I think is pretty close. The 150 is a little bit light, 165 is a little bit heavy, so right in between. All right, what do you want to call this one? So we're going to go for the bottom of the big bull on the right target.
Okay. Up and to the left a little.
Yeah, it's been shooting consistently left.
That puts us about 1.5 inches already.
Yeah, nothing to write home about then on the 180s.
Yep, that one didn't help, so.
That didn't help, huh?
That's a solid 1.5 inches. And those were the 180s.
180s, yeah.
Okay. I'm making a note of where our groups are so we can easily find them.
Yeah, we're going to need to go out there and write them down before we lose them.
I wrote them down now, so if you want to carry on, we can just look at them all after the last gun. Okay. Our high was 26.56, low of 26.35, average of 26.45. Okay, that was it for that guy, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's trade them out, shall we?
Hot barrel.
Yep.
That's the hottest barrel I felt all day.
All right.
What have we got?
Here we've got the Christensen Arms Ridgeline.
Yes, I remember that.
A nice lightweight rifle.
Yes.
Carbon fibers, everything just about. So.
Right now I'm putting my money on this is the award winner.
Think so?
For precision shooting.
Well, when we did the last video, not to spoil everything, but it didn't have the best average in the groups, but it had the best overall group. We shot one really tight one and a couple pancakes.
Couple, I don't like that bullet groups.
I think so. So let's see how she does today.
That really, really good group might have been a fluke. Straight up.
We're in the red.
Straight up in the red, right on the line. Good start. Yeah, we were shooting a little high. I thought, I couldn't remember if it was a little high or a little low, but that's about where I'd have it zeroed for hunting anyway. Nice trigger. Same hole?
Same hole, or it's, nope, I think it's way low.
No.
There's a hole in the made part of Made in USA.
No, that's a fly.
Is
Don't
it?
give me that. I put it in the same hole.
Okay.
It's like a pretty big sized hole up there.
Yeah, it could be. I'm gonna adjust this.
Work with me,
a bit of
baby.
view. There we go.
Oh, that's out for sure. What is going on with these rifles?
Ooh, didn't love it. That was 3, right?
Yes. Unfortunately, that last one, they blew it out. I think those first 2 went in the first hole. Hope so. Yeah, what kind of velocity? 29, 23?
A high of 29.56. Low is 28.98. Average of 29.25.
Gosh, that just seems weird that that would go that far off to the right.
Yeah.
One shot with this thick barrel and the carbon fiber. And is this the last rifle?
It's this last one, yep. That we're shooting.
Right. We have plenty more rifles. We're just not putting them in the competition, eh?
Not everybody gets to go to the finals. And given both of our backgrounds as non-scientists, we can admit there was some subjectivity involved. And what do you like? Well, I like this one.
Yeah, there's a lot of that all the time. Well, given what just happened, straight up, I think I can go for the right edge of the center bull again on that right target.
Okay. Ooh.
Way out there on the
edge of the paper.
Wow. It's just like something's moving. Why would it suddenly jump that far to the right? I'm going to shoot that support post off at this rate. But that last one was that far over too. It's almost like it sort of settled in or something weird. This is not going well for the team. Yeah.
It's not even on
Not
paper.
even on the paper. It just must be moving right. I wonder if the scope's starting to go goofy or what. Well, heck, we might as well not even shoot another one. It's just, we can't even measure that group.
No. That, or we could put a new target up and just see if we get it put right in the center of there and just see if
Well, I can dial it back too.
Register something.
All right, 165 grains, right edge at the center target on the right. There it is.
That's better. Okay, that one went left.
Yeah, that one went left.
That busted him away, but it's, you know, in the same neighborhood.
Got a dead deer, but I don't win any ribbons. And that one went even further.
We got some travelers.
Yeah.
All right, here we have the Christensen Arms Ridgeline.
Yes.
In a 30-06. Beautiful carbon-filled rifle.
This is from the Carboniferous era.
Is that right? Oh, you're a paleontologist now.
Well, we shot the Pleistocene last time, so.
All right. Good
That
enough.
was a little too recent, so we want to go back in history.
Well, let's get to shooting.
Hey, have I ever
Shooting
told
the gun,
you I hate
not the
these
ball.
Picatinny rails covering up my ejection ports? Gosh, I hate that. I got my thumb so scraped up, I lost a pound of blood. Okay.
Note to self, if you get a ridgeline, just use a 2-piece mount.
All right. That target is going to be shot at the bottom of the top left circle.
Okay.
Wow.
Hmm.
It's shooting way off to the right.
Yes.
Oh, well.
Well, let's see
We'll
what it
just
does
put
again.
our group there. We'll adjust sights for 0 later. Oh,
3 inches lower, but way off to the right.
It is not grouping well at all.
Well, sir, we got ourselves a
beautiful 3-inch group.
A beautiful 3-inch group.
That's pathetic.
And we might have gut shot of that deer. I don't know.
That is not acceptable. What is going on with this rifle? All right, what did we get for speed here, partner?
Our high was 29.17, a low of 28.42, and an average of 28.83.
Okay.
165s?
Let's shoot some 165s. Well, given that group, I better dial back right. A good chunk. Came back 4 inches. Does that sound about right? So I'm going to aim at that same top circle on the left, and we should be closer to it now.
Okay.
Unless something's really gone amiss. Something has really gone amiss.
I don't see it. Should we note down the velocities real quick?
Yeah, let's run down those velocities before we do this.
28.24 for the high, 28.07 for the low, 28.16.
Well, let's go for the bottom of the big center. 26.93.
You're off to the right on the edge of the paper and low. You were going for the bottom of the center?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Way off to the right. Holy mackerel.
You are not on paper. There you are.
Well, let me run the numbers then, partner. Highs and lows, the 180.
All right. So we got 27.37 high, 26.93 low, 27-15 average.
I think my assessment is there's something is not right with this rifle.
I think so. It seems a little.
Christensen Arms is noted for precision. And they built this one for us in a hurry.
Yeah.
We told them we needed something and they didn't have it and they wanted to be in the show. So we are going to send this back and ask them to look it over and let us know. I'm sure they're going to back it up like they would any product that comes guaranteed. But I think we rushed them a little bit and something is just not working right on this thing. So got a lot of potential, but we're not realizing it right now.
Yep.
So the winner of this was, we got a 0.9-inch group here with the Savage. We have a 0.8-inch group with the Howa with 165 grain load.
Okay. The
Savage was with the 180 grain Hornady bullet. And this one just didn't group for beans with anything. Guess what? The tightest group of the bunch was with a Browning lever action rifle.
That's crazy.
0.66 inches. 0.66 inches with 180
And I'm
grain.
doing some math in my head. I think even the average.
That's crazy.
The average, I think that rifle's. Look,
its biggest group was just under 1.5 inches. Then it had one at 1.25 inches, and then it had one at 0.66. The lever action shot better than the Savage heavy barreled, which had a bad group at 2.8, another at 1.1, which is pretty good.
Yeah, I just didn't like the 165.
Yeah, just like 165s. And the Howa wasn't too bad. Again, it's like 1.4, 1.5 or 6, and then that 0.8. So that's averaging down there closer to 1 inch and an eighth or so.
Yeah.
But this poor Christensen Arms, I really feel bad for it.
Yeah, they're a few inches or more every group, and
it just seemed to be opening up. Like, I don't know. I checked the bedding and it was tight. So I don't know what's going on. We'll have to send it and find out. Maybe we'll do another video on the resurrected Christensen Arms rifle.
I know we got one solid group out of it in that first round with it, but the high-end rifles, that Sako 90 Quest shot the most consistently. We didn't see anything overly impressive, but I think the average of 3 groups was like 1.2 or something like that. Okay. So we'll see. So
which one would you select as your hunting rifle?
As my hunting rifle? Ooh, I like that Howa. I like the idea that you could actually even get into a Howa 1500 for not too much money and work your way up. Maybe customize it with a stock like that brings the weight down and shoots really well. And you could even do that over time. I could save up $500 next year and upgrade it, and then put some good glass on it, start basic and work my way up. I like that idea. That seems really practical to me. If I were actually going to go buy one of these, and if I knew this was good, and I trust that they could probably work through that, maybe I'd pick that one. But if I'm going to go out and buy one today, I'd probably
the performance of these. I'd grab that Howa too, given the performance of these combination. Well, let's just grab it and show them.
Yep.
I like the way that Savage shot with some loads quite nicely, but it's just so heavy. Whereas this one's, it's got a lot lighter rifle here. This is a hunting rifle. That's more of a combo target rifle.
Yeah, well, they call it the trail hunter, and does that mean maybe for road hunters? Like to cruise around on your
it's a trail
on your OHVs and stop every once in a while.
A motorized trail hunter.
That's right. Yeah, be nice for that.
So I'm gonna have to go with the Howa 1500 with this stocky stock and give this guy another chance. I like Christensen Arms and the whole idea of what they do, and usually they shoot very precisely, but until we get some resolution on this one, we're not going to be nominating it.
Sure.
All right. Well, that was our shoot off. Now, and a lot of you are going to say, see, Ron, we told you the 308 Winchester is more accurate than the 30-06. And you just proved it because you didn't shoot anywhere near the quality of groups you shot the last time you did a show all about the 308 Winchester. Yep. And it's true. We didn't. Now, was it the ammo? Was it the rifle? As I said earlier, is it because they kind of ream sloppier chambers for these 30-06s? Because it's just the old 30-06. It's just a hunting rifle. Just make the ammo and just get it out there.
Yeah.
I still think that because I've seen too many 30-06s that will shoot sub MOA. But hey, you guys might be right too. So anybody out there with a 30-06 that shoots a house of fire, we want to hear from you. We need a little support here.
Yeah.
But it still remains a great cartridge. And before we're finished up here, I want to go to the tail of the tape here and just run you some numbers because I don't think we've done on this show? Well, this was not a definitive shoot-off.
No.
Nothing really jumped out as the all-round winner. Surprisingly, this Browning lever action, the BLR, shot the best group,
Yeah.
0.66
Yes.
with one 3-shot group, but it didn't consistently shoot sub-MOA.
Right. The other couple were just over MOA. This one also shot a sub-MOA group. I think it was 0.9.
Mm-hmm.
And the Howa shot sub-MOA at 0.8.
0.8.
That was its
So this
best
was
group.
awfully close. Which one had the aggregate best average? Do you remember?
Dare I say the BLR? That's the surprise. You know, it surprised us. I think it was an aggregate of like 1.3 or something like that. You know,
Yeah.
the thing is, there was at least one round that these other rifles didn't like very much.
Yeah, and that
If
blew
not
their
two.
aggregates
Yeah.
away. Yeah. So there you go, folks. You never know what you're going to discover when you start to do a shoot-off. We recommend that you get 12 rifles in one cartridge and shoot them all 3 times each with 3 different loads, and then have a final shoot-off again, and then ching, ring up the bill for more ammo.
That's right. Yes, and then go get a second job to pay for it.
Yeah, you'll have a hoot. Hey, we want to thank the ammo companies for contributing the ammunition to this
You bet.
mess. We would have never been able to pull it out. And all the gun manufacturers who graciously loaned us these rifles, no strings attached.
Right.
Just do your thing. And Maven for sponsoring us with their scopes. 4 scopes, all exactly the same, so there was no bias as to which one had a bigger scope or anything like that. So
Yeah.
hey, we hope you guys enjoyed this, and this might help you in making up your mind on some of these rifles. And even if you don't love the 30-06, they come in different cartridges and
You bet.
everything else, and get them chambered for whatever you would like. But we're still pretty high on the 30-06. Obviously, I am, because I come from an era in which it was king. And a lot of guys my age think it should still be king, but it's still got a lot of legs left in it. So if you're looking for a great all-around cartridge, pretty hard to beat that 30-06. So choose well, hunt honest, and shoot straight, and we'll see you next time.